This episode is brought to you by Monkey Nutrition. You said whoever wins is the one with the biggest funeral at the end.
Yes.
Do you mean that? And what do you mean? And what do you mean by that? Gandhi had the biggest funeral ever, right?
Well, it's like frameworks of thought. It's you invert. Who lost? Adolf Hitler. On his death, the whole world knew about it. He shot himself in Eva Braun, the basement of a bunker in Berlin, Germany. What was it, 44 or something like that? He blows his brains out. The whole world knows about it. So that's the first part of the test. But he failed the part where they're sad. Everybody was happy.
Right.
It was the end of, World War II, World War I. You're talking 200 million people died. Countries just, my grandma's German. There's no boys left in her family. It's a whole wiped out of a generation. So by that framework, in the one that I'm proposing you try on yourself, he failed. Who won? Nelson Mandela died last year or whatever, and the world wept. So you got to have impact. Not all of us. I'm certainly no Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela. To the extent that I have impact with the gifts that I've been given and the strengths that I've built on, then you pulled off the right thing. And it's not about death. You don't want to fixate on death, right? What you want to fixate on is when you do things right, and I'm defining right as effectively. When you do things effectively, the quickest way between 2 points is what? Straight line. The more straight line you are, I call that right because it's efficient. And if you want impact, you will be happier, you will be healthier, be a hell of a lot wealthier. You will find love and social connection within that. I gave this talk in Las Vegas last month, this self-help conference, and this guy came up and he said, Tai, this destiny thing, I got to figure it out. I'm 44. And he's like, and I'm not really finding the women I want to date. I'm not finding the money. I said, man, what'd you want to do at 14? And he said, I want to play tennis. So what do you do now? He said, I sell shoes. 44. I said, well, I asked him some of the other questions. I said, well, sales, man, you should be in sales. But I said, you got the industry right, but why not go work at a tennis place? Like build on strength. I said, were you good at tennis? He's like, yeah, I was a college pro or a college player. And I said, if you focus down, like Gary Keller talks in that book, The One Thing, which is a great, great modern book. That's who you're going to date. As you focus down on tennis, you're going to date other girls who like tennis. It's going to start rounding out. You're going to be happier. You're going to be wealthier because there's no way you have any drive to sell shoes. You're not going to stand before kings. You don't care about shoes. You care about tennis. So I'm like, slight tweaks in people's lives is the difference between going, and then when you do that, so now you're happier, you date the right women or men, if you're, whoever you are, you make more money. Now that leads, I say there's 4 financial levels. You got scarcity, which is, in America, the average person makes 51 grand. I think here the average person makes 25 or 30,000 pounds. That's still in scarcity mode. You will experience low levels of happiness, which will spill over into your physical body. Cortisol, all these things change. Epigenetics, your environment, like Dr. Sharon Mullen says, this isn't hippie stuff. This is like how you think affects your genes. We know that now. So your physical goes down, social life goes down, and fulfillment and impact goes down. So this one guy makes this one change, the dominoes start to fall. It's like wealth goes up, boom. And then you go into the second level, which is financial independence. And once you can hit that off of time, you can hit the third level, which is prosperity. That's like, 100 grand to $1 million a year. And then above that, you start to hit impact, wealth and impact, which is Bill Gates. One man, didn't make $1 trillion, made $60 billion, put together a fund, Bill Gates Foundation. Now, you got to understand, put this in perspective, the whole world economy, U.S. economy, 15 trillion. Europe's about 15 trillion. Globally, let's say the net worth of the world is 300 trillion, something like that, I think. One guy with way less money has had more impact. He's almost eradicated smallpox. He's working on malaria, HIV. So you can be a guy like that or a woman like that.
Don't miss London Real. Subscribe now. This week on London Real, we have movement artist Ido Portal.
So people think it's about handstands and, jumping on the rings and doing flips or whatever, when actually our work is way, way beyond that. It's a completely different and a huge paradigm shift in the way that you think about your practice and your movement and your body. We all have a body and we all move. We have no choice. The only question is how well are you doing it? And most people just don't have the user manual for their own machinery. Changing your dogma takes guts. I don't believe in planning. I believe in reacting. I'm not a messiah. I'm a thinker. I'm a teacher. I'm a mover. I'm being Ido. I'm just trying to handle myself in that way and be genuine.
On Sunday, London Real presents Ido Portal. Just move.
Walk beside me. Don't walk behind me.